Well, Twitter's going to start pulling people's blue check marks. I want you to pay for them. So we're all going to lose ours.
I think you and I are the only ones that have
I don't
that.
have one.
Yeah.
Well, you're not missing anything then. They can't take from you what you never had, Mary.
Amen.
Right? That should make you feel better.
Yeah, it really makes them not that special anymore if it just means that someone's paying $8 for it, not actually.
Well, that's the whole point,
Yeah.
too. I mean, the point of the verification was so people couldn't impersonate you or whatever. Of course, this could just as easily be a hilarious Elon Musk April Fool's joke. He's just he's a character over there. But they said they're going to start April 1st. That would be next Saturday. They're going to start killing legacy verified check marks on Twitter. If you want to keep it, you got to pay. I don't think any of us would pay to keep the check mark. Couldn't care less. But who knows? Maybe that day will come. I was just playing with it. $8 a month or $11 if you pay through the iOS app for all of the perks, whatever those perks are. Well, you want to talk about perks on April Fool's Day. That would be next Saturday. It's the second of 2 days of one Bill Squire being in Cuyahoga Falls. Oh, what a time.
Get those tickets, funnystuff.com. Let's sell these shows out.
The April Fool's jokes.
Are they almost sold out?
No. But I would like them to be.
No, they are not. All right, well.
But there's a lot sold.
People do things last minute, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially when, I'm a little saturated in this market.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's okay. You'll dry out this summer. It'll be just fine.
Not if my pool has anything to say about it.
Hey-oh.
What? Does that make sense?
Does that?
I don't know.
Maybe, sure. Why not? Hey, the great Bruce Campbell will be back on the show on Tuesday. We are out Monday. He will be back on Tuesday. He's going to be talking about Bruce-O-Rama, which is that touring fan trivia thing he's doing. We gave away tickets for it a few weeks ago. I think he's coming to the Agora for that. And then I think he's also a producer on Evil Dead Rise, the new Evil Dead film, which is going to be out soon. And in the pantheon of horror remakes, Evil Dead have to be some of the best ones because they've gone full-on, head-on into gore and just really heavy-duty, hard R horror movies.
And they kind of took the humor that was in the old ones.
They took it out.
They took it out. Like that Evil Dead remake that we saw the screening of a few years ago.
Yeah.
God, that was 10 years ago now?
10 years ago, yeah. With Jane Levy.
Yeah. Really, really intense movie.
Yes.
Very intense.
Not funny at all.
No.
And this one isn't either. So, they get like Fede Alvarez or these directors who do these really intense horror movies, and they go, hey, want to do an Evil Dead movie? And this one's set, they pull it out of the woods in the cabin, and they put him in a high-rise, which I assume amplifies the dread. You want to talk about bad dreams? Just wait till our own high-rise dweller, Bill Squire, goes to see Evil Dead Rise, and then goes home and can't sleep.
It's going to be so scary.
Because you're worried that somewhere in the basement of your building, there might be a book covered in skin with a variety of incantations inside. You have a big storage? Is there like a big storage basement at Squifle Tower?
There's lockers that surround the garage area, and then there's another locker area in the laundry room. And my storage unit's in the laundry room one, so I don't have the poor people ones that are in the garage. I have
poor people ones.
I have the good one that's in the.
You don't have one with like a wooden
room.
slat door that you can see through and
Right.
Jimmy open to get whatever they've got in there. They're vast riches.
Mine's in a secured room that there's only, I think, 5 or 6 of us that have a unit in there. So it's pretty sweet. Makes me feel elite.
People talking were texting me in the break. 35192 is the way to do that. About Poundcake's point system, and a lot of people calling him a bad man. And I think that's I think that's overstating it a bit. I think that's kind of silly. That's kind of a juvenile reaction to what he's talking about. But there was a girl in New York who moved in with her grandmother over the pandemic. Her Nana lives in Florida. And when everything started to go south a couple of years ago, she goes, well, I'm going to go down and I'm going to hang out with my grandma. Kim Merstein is the girl. She's 27, and she went to live with her grandma Gail, who's 80, lives in Palm Beach, Florida, during the pandemic. And apparently they're a big deal on TikTok. They started a podcast called Excuse My Grandma, where she and her grandmother talk about dating. You know, Kim's a single girl. She's 27. She's out there doing stuff. And Grandma Gail gives her pointers on what you should. Of course, she's an 80-year-old woman. So her perspective is, you know, you got to open the car door and things like that. Things that maybe some people still apply. Like I opened my wife's car door. And I don't know if that's old-timey. All I know is what I saw my dad do with my mom. And my dad had my mom on a pedestal. I never saw my mom pump gas. I never saw my mom open a door. I never, you know, that was how my dad treated my mom.
Is the new boyfriend doing all that stuff for her?
Shut up, Bill. She doesn't have a new boyfriend.
Okay, her new F buddy doing all that
Shut
stuff.
up.
She's like 80.
74. Thank you very much.
At least I didn't call her
Fighting
80.
words.
Yeah.
80. Well, Grandma Gail is 80, and she's got some thoughts on the whole thing.
The gentleman should always pull out a chair for one if they're going to a restaurant. The person who
Now,
initially...
what do you think about that? Will you pull out a chair? See, that, I don't know,
I
man.
go to restaurants where they bring they already have chairs.
No, you pull the chair from behind, from the table, away from the table, not BYOC restaurants.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You know?
Well, that seems. I mean, it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Like, I'll open. Like, my girlfriend gets out of the car on her own. Like, but like, if there are times where,
Well, I don't open my wife's door from the inside. If
don't reach across?
If we're both getting into the car, I will open her door. She gets in, I shut it, I walk around to my side.
Yeah, I'll do that from time to time. But I feel like most of the time, I'm in the car first.
So you're just not doing it.
I've done
just
it.
got to catch up.
I've done it. Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to catch up.
She got to be on schedule. You know?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Brian
Come on, baby. We got to get out of here. All right. Would you get your ass in the car?
I brought this up the other day. I was like, Brian used to do stuff like that all the time. Open my door. He would give me like
when he was
foot rubs
courting
every
you.
night.
Of
Yes.
course, when he was courting you.
These are the things that drew me. I was like, oh my God, this sensitive, caring, thoughtful man. And I got on his ass the other day and I was like, dude, you haven't given me a massage in a year. In the year that I've lived here, you've not given me a massage. And he was like, well, I'm tired. I'm this. I'm like, well, you can't draw me in. And so, like, when we go on date nights, like, we
Wait a
dressed up-
second. There
What?
have to be things that you did that you don't do anymore.
Dude, rarely. I'm
What?
like the same across the board. I do all the same stuff that I've been doing. But I didn't start as high as he did. I wasn't
what was the
throwing around lettuce 4 times a week
I was
or
gonna
anything
say
like
what,
that.
what
You know
was
what I
the
mean?
Alex Jones thing? A sucky?
Yeah. Ugh, no.
Yeah. What's the sucky schedule?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't like lead with this big extravagant stuff. I've been across the
didn't
board.
set the, you
she's
didn't
been doing the bare minimum since
Since
the
day
beginning.
one.
Right.
Yes.
His problem is he artificially set the bar
Yes,
too high.
very high.
Right. You
Right.
got to kind of start middling. So
He
the
probably-
only way to go is up.
Right.
He probably thought like, oh, if I do all these things, maybe she'll do nice things for me. And
I do nice things for him all the time. But what I'm saying is that it didn't taper off. I've been consistent with like,
What's the last nice thing you did for him?
I gave him $2,000 when I won $7,000 at the casino.
Wow, that is
That's
nice.
really nice.
That's really
Is
nice.
nice.
Why did you give us $2,000?
Because you don't give me anything.
I give you everything.
We
What do you
only
give
give
me?
her support, companionship,
An outlet to cry on.
professional courtesy, an equal spot at the table.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
When Brian and I get dressed up and go on like nice dinner dates, which we do, a couple times. I'd say like once every 2 or 3 months, we'll like get all fancied up and go out and spend good
Gussied.
money. Yeah. And I'll do that to him. Like we'll be both walking to the door to the car, like Bill described. He'll be like a little bit ahead of me or whatever. And I'll just stand at the door. And he'll get in and not pay attention. He'll look at me and I'll just make a face. He's like, are you kidding? He'll get back out, come open the door. I'm like, it's date night, okay? If you're not going to do it all the time, you got to at least do it on date night, you know?
Alan, people forget there's a proper side of the walk to walk on. The man should always be closest to the street. See, I do that too.
Yeah, in case you get hit by a car.
In case a car jumps the curb, I always walk on the outside.
Nope.
Brian Kenny has a fantastic bit about that and how dumb that is. He's not stopping a car.
Right. It's going to kill both of you.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
just,
if it hops up on the curb, I mean, if it's driving perpendicular, you get T-boned. Yeah, okay, but I do that. It's like a reflex.
I get it.
But it is old-timey.
I'm even more chivalrous. I give her a piggyback ride.
Aw.
Poundcake's out there doing that, too, watching that piggyback porn.
Yeah.
Initiates the date should do the choosing of the liquor. If she's taking him out,
Wait, he should choose the liquor? Is that what she
Wait,
said?
she said something about the date should choose the liquor.
the person who initiates the date should do the choosing of the liquor. If she's taking
The person who initiates the date should choose the liquor?
I didn't know
Hey,
you
wanna
had to
go out with me
drink
and drink bourbon?
Yeah, you had to drink the same thing. Like,
Oh,
we're all drinking gin
alcohol.
tonight.
Got it.
You're the liquor tonight.
Uh-huh. I'll be the licky.
Rock, paper, scissors, see who's the liquor.
liquor. If she's taking him out, then she should choose. You should not order the most expensive thing on the menu, or even share something. Say, you know, we could share. That would be work for me because I can't eat the whole thing. And I think when the date is over, he should get out of the car in front of her house or apartment and open the door for her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. First of all, a lot of girls don't even want you going to their house on the first date because they want to see if you're a crazy person or not. So
Yeah,
you're
drive
meeting-
separate to the first date.
Yeah, you're meeting there, and then,
And you're not going to impress them by saying, hey, let's split an entree.
and I don't think,
Big spender.
yeah, I feel like the order the most expensive thing on the menu trope is long gone.
Everything's
I don't do
expensive.
that, yeah.
Right. Like, I think people are just going to get the food that they would
Yes.
like to
Yeah.
eat.
A salad could be
Yeah.
$20. There's
Right.
no more like $1.50 entrees.
We
Well, she is 80. Grandma Gail is 80.
but she
and
makes
she's
good points.
Big on TikTok with her granddaughter, and they're doing dating stuff over there.
We do not like choose the liquor, but our thing is whoever's idea it was. So I guess whoever initiates the date is the one that has to pay. Because we go back and forth on paying, like not one of us.
So are you guys constantly playing a game of chicken then to see who
No.
suggests
Not at all.
which
Yeah,
night
we
you should
haven't
go
been
out?
out in 2 years.
Yeah, we just have been eating peanut butter and jellies at home. No, if it's like, if I say like, hey, I'm craving Italian, let's go here tonight, then that was my idea. That'll be my treat. Or if it's with my family, like, you know what I mean? So if it's your family or your idea, you have to pay. So if Brian's like, I really want Mexican food, let's go to this place tonight, then that date was his idea.
Oh, I see.
He
I
pays
see.
for it. Or if I want to see a specific movie, hey, let's go see this movie on Thursday. I buy the tickets because it was my idea to go see the movie.
Huh. So if you said, I want to see this movie, he goes, okay, he wouldn't pay for it.
I wouldn't ask him to. If it was my idea.
But he wouldn't offer.
Well, no, because I guess it doesn't even come up like that. If it was my idea, if I'm like, hey, I specifically want to go see this movie Thursday, I'm going to buy tickets. That's kind of how it would go.
Yeah.
Or same thing for him. I want to go to this restaurant, and then we would go, and it was his idea. So
Poundcake, where would you suggest they go if they were craving Italian?
Oh, Little Italy. Mama, what is it? Mama,
From the North Pole.
Mama
Huh?
Santos.
Mama Santos.
Mama Santos.
That's Mary Santoros. Toes
Yes.
is her email, I think. All right, well, there you go. Well, listen, speaking of TikTok, it is the circle of life, really. There's another dead TikToker. Again, I'm out of the loop on this. Isn't social media awesome for people? Isn't it the greatest? Jahane Thomas is a 30-year-old TikToker, a very popular TikTok personality who passed away. And they said it was from headaches, but there's other people who are like, she had a couple of kids, but she couldn't handle it anymore. I don't know. I've never heard of these people. I mean, it's sad when somebody who, because they're probably just trying to create a living for their kids or whatever, and,
Just becomes too much.
But it says she had 70,000 followers on TikTok.
That doesn't
That's
seem that
not
much.
a TikTok
Doesn't
star.
seem a lot.
I have twice that.
No, right. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I got
saying.
more
Like
than
that is a lot of people, but to be like a big, they go TikTok star,
Yeah, TikTok stars have millions.
millions of.
Like, I think
Yeah.
of, like, Stefan Johnson, who's got, what, like 5 million or something like that?
Mhm.
Like that's a TikTok star.
But circle of life, man. You have one person dying, and you have another, not a person.
Oops, 7.7.
But you have a 7.7 million followers on TikTok.
Yeah, he's killing it.
Holy Christ. Good for him. A 90-year-old tortoise just became a father of 3. So Mr. Pickles is a new dad down there at the Houston Zoo. Became a father for the first time at 90. Now, if you know anything about tortoises, 90 is like teenage years for a tortoise, right? They live to be like 300 years old or something. And he just became a father of 3 for the first time at 90.
Why do they live so long?
There's something that's called biological immortality. Lobsters have it. Tortoises and turtles have it. And I think starfish or something, which means that technically their body processes either are so slow or so something that they will eventually die, but it's a long, long time.
Interesting.
Beyond that, I don't know. I mean, I had a friend who had a tortoise for a pet, and she got it when it was like maybe 10 or 15 and had it in the basement or whatever. And I mean, she's mid-50s now, and she still has it. And it'll probably, I said, it's going to outlive you. She doesn't have kids. I go, what the hell are you going to do? And they're not tiny. They're massive. And they smell. Oh, God. Well, that's why they're in the basement. I go, you're not petting it. You're not, I mean, I guess she is, but.
Turtles are nasty, dude.
I'm like, what the hell are you going to do? Yeah. What are you going to, this thing's going to outlive you. And then what are you going to do? You put this in your will?
My older sister moved and then took her turtle. It was her son's turtle, but her son didn't live with her. So she had him part of the time, right? So she had this turtle that essentially is her pet now because her son's only over a couple of days a week.
Joint custody of the turtle?
So when she moved, she brought the turtle to my other sister's house, and that turtle lived there for like 4 years. She just never came to get the turtle. And my younger sister's like, I never asked for this thing. So my younger sister just took it to the woods and just
I don't get
out.
I don't get the appeal of a turtle.
She's like, this is never my turtle. I never wanted it. It smells bad. It lives in our they have like a screened-in porch. She's like, it basically lives outside. So the one day they just let it go. They're like, bye, go live your life, turtle.
I think turtles are cool animals, but I don't think they're great pets. Just because of how much they
cute.
do stink. Yeah.
But yeah, they smell real bad.
Yeah, it wasn't for a lack of trying. He gets to work quite often. But the soil out here is so hard and compact. We get a lot of rain, so it's not ideal for incubating the eggs out here. We have had a baby hatch out here, 20-something years ago on accident, hence his name Fluke. This is his first offspring.
I like how he put that Mr. Pickles, the tortoise, gets to work pretty frequently. But he's never been able to knock up another tortoise until now. So, again, circle of life. Mr. Pickles at the Houston Zoo, a 90-year-old tortoise, knocked up another tortoise. Got some kids now. So, going into your weekend, just keep that in mind, that you and we are all trailing a 90-year-old tortoise, and it'll live far beyond us. I got a break. I'll have those Cavs tickets for you. 1 week from Sunday, they're going to host the Indiana Pacers at the Romo Fijo. So when I go to that game, I will hook you up coming back.
The Alan Cox Show.
On our free iHeartRadio.